for computing the energy of a signal. Suppose we are given the signal x of t, which is given by e to the negative 2 plus j times 3 times t when t is greater than or equal to 0, and the signal is 0 when t is less than 0. And let's say we want to compute the energy of this signal. It's going to be pretty much plugging into the expression for the energy and computing the integral. We know that the definition of the energy of x is integral negative infinity to positive infinity, the magnitude of x of t squared dt. Now, since the signal is 0 when t is less than 0, this integral becomes the same. For this example, this integral becomes the same as the integral from 0 to infinity of e to the negative 2 plus 3j times t. Now, how do we evaluate this integral? Well, whenever you see e raised to some complex number times t, it's useful to split it into e raised to the real part times t times e raised to the imaginary part, j times the imaginary part times t. In other words, we can write this as the magnitude of e to the negative 2t times e to the j3t negative j3t. We want to take the square of this magnitude and we want to integrate that. And notice that we have the product of two complex numbers here for any given t, and then we're taking the magnitude of that complex number and we're squaring it. So the magnitude of the product of two complex numbers is indeed the product of the magnitudes, and so we can write this as the square of the magnitude of the first part times the square of the magnitude of the second part. Notice that the first part is real. The first part is real. So the magnitude of the first part is simply e to the negative 2t. The magnitude of the second part, e to the negative j3t. I would suggest that you stop the video here and just think about it for a minute. The magnitude of that complex number is just 1. So this whole integral becomes integral from 0 to infinity of e to the negative 2t squared dt, and that's a pretty straightforward integral, as this is e to the negative 4t dt, which is e to the negative 4t divided by negative 4 from 0 to infinity, which gives you 0 minus 1 divided by negative 4, and the final answer is 1 over 4. I hope that was visible at the end of the board. The answer is 1 over 4.